have that thing where a word or a phrase jumps into your head and you just have to know where it came from? At such times, give thanks for Google. For the sake of balance, other search engines are available. I was hearing the other day about the plans that one of my nieces had made to celebrate her 30th wedding anniversary. Because of the pandemic, the ideas reduced progressively from a weekend abroad to a visit to one of her children in the north of England, to staying with her parents, and finally now to staying at home. I'm sure many of us will be able to fill in the blanks of our own similar experiences as the progress of the pandemic and now another lockdown seem to close us in and reduce our options. The phrase that popped into my head as I was hearing this story was contracted to a span, which seemed to sum up in perhaps old-fashioned language what things feel like at the moment. Things are narrowing, things are contracting. Thanks to Google, I was quickly able to discover that it turns out to be from a hymn by Charles Wesley, "Let Earth and Heaven Combine." From this hymn, I only recognise this one phrase, although I must have heard the whole thing at some point in the distant past. But with my faulty memory, I'd missed a bit out. The hymn is an exploration of the astonishing idea of the incarnation, God becoming a human being. And the whole line and the next one is, "Our God contracted to a span, incomprehensibly made man." That changes the angle, and I think it has something to say to us as we negotiate how to live in these contracted circumstances. The incarnation of Jesus tells us that God can get inside something as narrow and confining as our situation. He doesn't deny the reality of the situation or miraculously take it away, but instead he joins us in it. But I think even that isn't quite the whole story. The picture is not so much of Jesus coming to join us, rather we find he's there already. Paul in Philippians quoted what was probably an early hymn that tries to express the inexpressible. Christ Jesus, though he was in the form of God, did not regard equality with God as something to be exploited, but emptied himself, taking the form of a slave, being born in human likeness. He got there first, contracted to our span, and we join him.